So, okay. All right. 2 minutes. One minute.
Did you get new glasses? I guess I just did most of the blue before it's brighter or something. Maybe I'm awake for a change. They're nice.
Okay, do the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, call the meeting to order. Take a roll call, please.
Trustee Wakely, Trustee Carranza.
Aye.
Trustee Laso.
Aye.
President Bang.
Here.
Trustee G.
Here.
Trustee Wolford.
Here.
Trustee Canal.
Here.
Tom Green.
Okay, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December meeting, 26th?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, can I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Next we're on to the bills, so I'll go over the bills real quick. We got testing for sewer testing, 146 and 146. Water testing is 100. Sewer testing for 146, water testing 17 and 17. Mediacom, 570.84. Strand, task order number 2, 1250, and Strand task order number 4, 3000. Conserve, operating supplies, 278.45. Nicor, 4233, 170.03. 40, pardon? 170.01, you're right. 4233. ComEd, 1245.71, 266.31, 1156.98, 2345, 4465, and 3964.74, and 118.51. We had some keys made, $6. Sickich, the accounting firm, 1742.80. Julie came out and did their annual transmissions, 183. And Hawkins for operating supplies, 307.27. The total's 14,952.38, out of which 2629.80 will come out of the general fund, and 322.58 will come out of water and sewer.
Did one of the comments, I think that was read wrong, was it, I think you said 4465, but it's
I said 4233.
No,
1465.
1465.
Yeah.
that was read as 44.
That's what I thought, okay.
Okay,
I thought I heard it right.
Sorry, 1465.
Just wanted to correct
Okay.
it.
Any questions?
No.
Okay, a motion to approve the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Can I have a roll call?
Trustee Wakely, Trustee Carranza.
Aye.
Trustee Laso.
Aye.
President Bang.
Aye.
Trustee G.
Aye.
Trustee Wolford.
Aye.
Trustee Canal.
Okay, motion passes. Next on the agenda is the ordinance for the zoning requirements for solar apparatus. You've all had an opportunity to go over this, I'm assuming. I'm not gonna read it because it's pretty long. So, does anybody have any questions, any concerns? Okay, so can I have a motion to approve ordinance number 24-01?
I'll make a motion.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Trustee Wakely, trustee Cruzenza.
Aye.
Trustee Lacewell.
Aye.
President Bing.
Aye.
Trustee G.
Aye.
Trustee Wolford.
Aye.
Trustee Canal.
Okay, motion passes. Okay, next on the agenda is Surf Internet. If you remember, they were here, I think it was 2 meetings ago, and they explained that they're a fiber optic company, and they're gonna come through Capron and install their fiber optics. It's gonna go into the easements, the public way, if you will, and they contacted me, and I told them, I said, we discussed it, and you don't need our approval to do it, so we said, let's move ahead with the next step. So tonight, you're here to explain the next step.
Did you get one of these books already? I don't remember. I know I gave you some information.
Don't know if we got that or not.
I don't think so.
I can give that for you, just so you
Okay.
have that. Is there any questions starting off about our process, starting off in this village?
Maybe you want to stand up closer so the camera can see, just in case people want to see her
There you go.
talking.
Perfect.
So we're Surf Internet, we're a fiber to the home company, we build fiber to the whole community. We're privately funded, so it's no cost to the city. We build in the row, we build the community out as a whole. Each phase is about 100 to 200 homes, and that phase will take about a month to 6 weeks to complete. And typically, we do one phase at a time. On a town this size, I don't believe we'd go more than one phase at a time here.
Probably just one phase,
Yeah.
be easier just one phase.
And then a lot of our, so first step is design. So right now, we're in design phase for this area. And then our next steps would be to get with the city, or the village, to get a permitting process. Typically, we ask for a blanket permit, not to check with the city. We still check with the city on a time, usually once a week or 2 weeks, depending on how much the city wants to touch point. But to keep the construction moving and get the permits flowing, we usually ask for that. We create a path, which we check with the city. Once the design's complete, we meet with the city, go over the designs, make sure the cabinets and everything's placed according to where you would like it to be placed. If there's changes that need to be made, we can adjust that, which is why we like to work with the city. We don't want to come in and disrupt the city. We want to work alongside with you. So we are very much in front of you with those steps and checking with you. This will be all underground. And then we also have a restoration crew that comes through and restores the property after we're done. And then we have a crew that comes door to door that will knock the doors. We do have mailings that go out, but no matter what, no matter how many times we mail, we have a series of 3 mailings, we still have people that don't know who we are, or who to contact if they have an issue. So we do have a team that goes door to door in the first year we build to collect that information and let them know who we are, and if they have any issues, this is where you go. We have a surf construction site dedicated just solely for that, so it's not a sales site. They can just go in just for a damage claim. Hey, can you come look at my yard? I don't think this grass seed's growing. Different stuff that they could call for. And we have different speeds. We have packages starting at a gig by a gig, all the way down to 50 by 50. We do have affordable connectivity program, which helps low income pay for internet if you have people that qualify for that. We do have that program. We do not have any TV, but we do have a streaming tool that helps people transition if they are not familiar with streaming. We do have a tool, they can enter their TV program, a TV show, even an actor, and search for that and see best, middle, and lowest price for what they want, and they'll give them different options like Philo, the streaming stick, depending on what they want. Usually a lot of sports people are very particular on that, so that's a good tool for them if they're switching over from a cable provider. We have no contracts. There is no installation fee to install for residents. There is a commercial installation fee at times just because of the construction cost. Usually there's more involved with that, going underground and pavement, stuff like that. That's usually seen in a 1-by-1 case, depending on what's required for that. We do have a small to medium business packages also, which I've seen the biggest impact in communities this size. A lot of people that weren't able to get fiber before because of the cost are able to access that, and you can see their business growing online. We don't have a timeline yet until we get that design complete with the permit, in the permitting process. A lot of it depends on the town. We build as fast as the town lets us build. There's some towns that will run 4 trucks at a time, some towns will run 1. This is a town that probably would run 1 truck at a time. Rock Falls had 26 phases, and we built that in just about a year, if that gives you an estimate. So this would be about a year project, if not under. Garrett is our construction manager, if you have any questions on
Okay.
deployment.
That's the cable, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
it.
okay.
Yeah. It only takes 2 of these angel hair fibers to feed the entire town, internet. So what we're installing now will outlive all of us. Right now, we're able to go up to 2 gig speeds, but even with what we're putting in the ground, the software, we can go up to 10 gig or more. So it will be future-proof.
So I got a couple questions. We're gonna want you to get with our engineering firm.
Yes.
Okay, for all our utilities, locations and everything.
And are you familiar with Strand Engineering? Strand and Associates, Ryan Wood is our.
They're in Madison, so.
Are they in Madison? I know they're in Wisconsin, are they all the way in Madison?
Yes,
So we'll
they're
get
in
you his
Madison.
contact information from a permitting standpoint.
And the other thing is do you guys do a PFA, a professional fee
We
agreement?
generally, because, you know, we're not a rich community, we ask that when someone comes through like you, a professional fee agreement, so we would charge back to you Strand's engineering fees that they charge to work with you to get permitted and the engineering associated with making sure you're putting it in the right place and so on and so
And
forth.
obviously there'll be a limit. I'm not gonna make it an open.
I don't
PFA.
anticipate it, well, we'll have to ask Ryan, but, so I'll send you out you're Jennifer, right?
Yes, I have another card if you need it.
I still have your card here, and I'll take this to the office with me.
Okay.
And we'll get a PFA out to you guys, a professional fee agreement, so that we can recoup the whatever costs that we have associated with moving this project forward.
Okay.
Okay, and if you will, yeah, give us a quick, how you're gonna lay this cable underground.
So the starting is the design. Remember the design we presented to you guys? We worked with your guys' water and sewer departments just to kind of make sure that we're away from them and basically give enough gap as far as the right of way. After that, we come in, we set what we call a cabinet OLT, the beginning of the signal essentially, and we work out from there. We come in, it's all bore rigs, and they'll bore up to 1,000 feet or more, depending on the situation. And as they pull back, they present the conduit where it needs to be. They set handholds. Handholds are flush with the ground. You can drive over them. No big deal. You can mow over them. You won't even know that. The whole point of it is to not even know it's there, besides seeing it every once in a while when you have to mow or something like that. So, but after the conduit's in the ground, we come through, we pull our fiber through, and we have a crew of splice trucks that come in and splice everything together per the design, and we activate everything. Once it's all spliced, it's literally ready to go, turnkey right there.
Okay,
In the row area, it is a little bit deeper, about 3 feet deep, and we don't install in the house unless you become a customer. So we're not
Sure,
gonna install
yeah.
it all over the house unless they become a customer.
are you guys gonna require, like an exclusivity contract with the village? So the people in the village are not gonna be required to subscribe unless they want to?
Correct.
If anything, it'll drive our competitor prices down, so we provide more options.
Okay,
And this is kind of what it looks like if you go in town. This is these are 2 examples of cabinets. Probably have a smaller one because it's a smaller community. And then that will be in our design process, and it'll be all approved once we get to that next
Okay.
step meeting. And then we have a projected start date. I know we're moving pretty quickly in this area. We moved forward with Capron, with Timberlake, Popular Grove. Those are all moving forward, and we're moving forward in McHenry County as well, McHenry County. So we're looking at possibly starting as early as April
okay,
for a start date.
all right.
But
And
that
yeah,
will
we
all
need
be-
to get you in touch with our engineering as soon as possible, so we'll get that done tomorrow. We'll get you introduced to them, okay? His name is Ryan Wood, and he's with Strand Engineering, and I'll get you all his information, okay?
And typically in those meetings, we go over permit requirements, we go over any GIS, if any. I know some cities have them, some do not. If there is any available, we'd like to put them on our maps just because the added visibility. We still have to mark everything out, but having it on paper is just another added step to make sure that it's double
Okay.
checked.
Okay,
So we try and do that if available. And then we go through the design, go over events. If you have any events in the town, we are community-based, so we do try to participate in a lot of events. We don't
Okay.
just build and leave, we stay a part of the community. And then
Okay.
we are also working on grant efforts, so if you're willing to write a letter of support for us, we have templates available, and we can email that out as well.
okay.
Now, I know she said that they do mailings, but they would also have somebody go door to door. They would also need to come in and get a solicitor's permit.
Yeah, we'll have to get them some sort of ID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And our crews that do our construction will also
Yeah.
work with you guys and come in and get their own. permits.
we'll make something up for them. At least they'll know they've been to Village Hall, okay?
Yep.
And when they're part of the construction crew, we typically see if we can get it waived if possible, and then once the construction is done, we send the sales crew does that. If not, we just ask, if not, it's not a big deal. But typically, the first round is not sales related, it's more yard related, so
Okay.
it's a different crew that does that.
Just saying we're gonna be in your yard.
Okay.
And then we do have a series of 3 mailings that go out. Once the locates are called out, they should have already received the first set of mail explaining who we are and that construction website and where to go for updates. And then at each phase going through, they get a new mailing, a postcard, and at the very end, the door knockers come and make sure that everything's
Okay.
in place.
Okay.
Question.
No. Yeah, you got a question?
Yes.
Okay.
I pay $50 for my internet. You think I'm gonna be paying less with you guys?
Yes, it depends on what you have, but, yes, and what you have with us is also a different delivery systems, so you'll notice a big difference.
Okay.
Especially if you have a lot of users or any security cameras, or if you do Zoom. I noticed a lot in my Zoom calls, because when I work from home sometimes, when the kids come home, I transfer my home office in the garage, and I could seamlessly pass through, and they couldn't even tell, without the hiccup
Nice.
where it used to have to circle and rejoin. So it is really
All right.
nice. I moved away from surf right now, actually, and I do miss it.
Okay,
And
thank you.
Our speeds are bi-directional, so if you have 50 up, you also have 50 down.
Yes.
So with some other companies, if you have 50 download speeds, you usually only have 5 upload at that point, but ours is bi-directional, so whatever you've got up, it's the same path going out.
That'd be good for like work from home.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for
Remote learning.
Yep.
Especially for VPNs.
What's the
Yep.
cost for the top speed?
The top speed, 85 is the gig, and we also are releasing, we're moving to having a 2 gig market in Illinois. We've
Okay.
released it in Dixon and Oglesby.
85 for a gig.
Gig by gig, symmetrical.
Thank you.
And then there is no contract, it also is price lock guarantee for life. If you don't change your package, that's the rate you stay at. There's no stair-step pricing or hidden costs. And that also includes all the equipment. The modem and the wireless router come with that. In the lower packages, that's only 1 router. And the higher packages, that comes with 2. And you're also allowed to provide your own. The nice thing about having ours is ours come with the ERO app. If you have children at home, it comes with the app where you can kick them off at 8 o'clock and monitor them, which is what I
I
really
like
love.
that.
And
I really like that.
Typically, they charge $10 a month, and we include that with our service, which is really nice. And they are able to do the home mesh technology, so you can have you have a smart home capability with our products. And there also is no truck roll. So if there's a service call, typically you get service calls on other providers. We do not have that.
Nice.
All right, so I guess the next step is Tom will send you
Yes.
a PFA,
Are
and,
you gonna give him Ryan's information, or do you want me to send his contact information when I send that?
yeah, you can do that too, okay? If you don't have it, I'll get it for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my contact.
All right, yeah, so we'll get you that, and then, I'll give it a few days, and then I'll contact Ryan and make sure that you guys touch base, okay?
And I'll get with our engineers on our side and let them know
Okay.
what's going on and make sure that they're in communication.
Okay?
Jennifer, send that to your email address.
And I'll put an engineer in that as well.
Okay, great.
And then this is the equipment just one more time. I know I showed it yesterday, if you want to see it again. Typical house box, it's nothing that you notice too much different there. This is our modem, which is the big difference. It's really small and tiny, discreet, and it's only 1 hard wire, fiber in. So if you have an existing provider, usually they can use the same entrance, so there's no new hole. And then everything else is wirelessly transmitted through the home. A lot of landlords love that because there's not a lot of homes.
Your services.
Any questions? Any other questions?
No.
Thank you.
And you anticipate to start in like April, you said?
That's our goal, and that could change.
When the
with
snow's
wea-
gone.
With the weather.
Yeah.
Yes. So our
Okay.
goal is April.
Okay.
So.
It's hard to see the easements right now. Yeah.
And the design will take about a month to do.
Okay, all right. All right, so when the design's done, I guess you'll let me know, right? All right, then I'll keep you all updated and,
And we can get started on the permanent phases, but in
Yeah.
the meantime, so it'll take some time.
Okay.
That'll speed up.
all right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Good, have a good one. Thank you.
Thank
you. You
Be
too,
careful
guys.
out there, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Jennifer.
All right, next.
Am I sending this to both of you then?
You can send it to Jennifer just in case you have any construction questions or anything, you can just reach out to me. Okay. If your engineer has any questions.
Yeah, then my email will have my footer on it.
Once we do pre-con meeting, we'll have all the emergency contacts.
Yeah, okay.
But for now, I handle it that way.
I passed right over public comments, but we don't have any public here, so.
I saw that.
It's not public.
Thank you.
Okay, next, let's talk about this house on Third Street. You have a copy of the letter that we sent them. We sent it registered, they couldn't deliver it, and there's no forwarding address on it, and, I guess the next step is to, we should have sent them a regular mail letter.
Was the green, you did it with, so a green card came back?
Yeah, I have it right there.
And what-
The actual letter came back.
What did it say improper address or?
It's behind it, it's
Oh,
right there.
there it is.
It's the right address. They just didn't pick it up.
All right, so.
'Cause they had to come in and sign
Unclaimed,
for it?
So it was unclaimed.
Yeah.
You want to send a regular mail.
Sure, of course.
As well, because when that doesn't come back,
Okay.
then, okay. And what's
Okay.
the address of the property on Third?
It's going to be, I don't know, I have to look it up real quick.
6:30, no,
No, that's gonna be
no.
for-
No, you don't have to tell me.
Actually,
that.
let me just see real fast.
I mean, you don't have to tell me that this second.
Do you want the address right now or no?
You can just get it, well, I mean, the address.
No, I can get it for you after, it's fine.
You can get it from the, thanks.
All right, so we gotta send them a letter, we gotta send them a regular mail letter, so we're gonna do that next, I guess. Okay? So that's where we're at with that, all right? Next on the list is, we got the final report for the MFT audit that was done, and they accepted all our responses to all the findings. So everything is closed and approved, and we're up to date with them on everything, okay? So I just wanted to let you know that and show you what we used as corrective action. We now do direct deposit, and we coordinate everything with the county, and we do the paperwork when it's supposed to be done, etc. So that's where we're at with that, okay? The next is the resolution for the permit fee schedule. As I stated before, the only raise on the existing fee schedule was for roofing, all right? And all the rest of the new ones deal with solar, okay? So, and it's all based on estimated value of the installation. So there's like a sliding scale for it, and that's what that's all about, okay? So, I need a motion to approve resolution 24 dash R1. I need a second.
I'll second.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Yes, it's gonna be trustee Wakely, trustee Carlson,
Aye.
trustee Lacewell,
Aye.
president Bing,
Aye.
trustee AG,
Aye.
trustee Wolford,
Aye.
trustee Glenn. I mean, but no, sorry,
Okay.
my,
Motion passes. Thank you. Okay. Next on the agenda, I want to change the date for our December business meeting because it's scheduled for Christmas Eve. And I don't really want to be here on Christmas Eve, although I love you people very much.
I will say you're getting ahead of the game here, aren't you?
I'm finally learning how to do this job, okay? So I would request that we move it to the Monday, the 23rd, okay, if that's okay with everybody?
Yeah.
So I have a motion to move the business meeting from December 24th to December 23rd.
I'll make a motion.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Okay, great. Next, I put the attorney's report back on here, because we talked the last time about the migrant situation and the remote dropping off of people on the spur of the moment. And I talked to Mayor Clint Morris in Belvedere, and he's on board with doing something together to put together something similar to what Chicago and its suburbs have about finding these bus companies and drivers and stuff about unauthorized drop-offs. Tom and the village attorney in Belvedere. you
Mike
got-
Drella is the city attorney for Belvedere. He
Okay.
didn't call me, I sent, he was, interested in any information I had, which I have a lot. So
Yeah.
I sent him a whole bunch of stuff and asked, I said, you're the big dog, you should really get moving on this, and then we'll just tag along, and you should work with Boone County on emergency management, if something like this happens. So I sent him all that, and, he probably called me within a day of the mayor talking to him, so hopefully they're working on something.
Okay,
I did send over to you
Yes.
today for review next month,
yes,
to add a section to our ordinance that most of my communities have. Under the statute, it allows the mayor to declare an emergency under appropriate circumstances. It could be anything. It could be COVID, it could be a tornado, it could be anything. It could also be this migrant issue where the mayor has the right, or the president has the right to declare a state of emergency, articulate why and so on, and put rules in place. And then those rules only last until the next regular board meeting when the board has to kind of okay what the president has done. So it's a stopgap, oh my God, something has happened, we need to take immediate action, and then the board reviews it at the next meeting.
Makes
and
sense.
Either continue it on, or say, you went too far, or you didn't go far enough, or whatever.
Now, don't we already have that in place? Because we did that with COVID when,
No,
Congress,
that's because-
Conrad was.
That's because the governor authorized us to do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Under the section of the statute, which is
I knew we did it before.
65 ILCS 511-1-6, corporate authorities of each municipality or governments may grant the mayor extraordinary power, ability to exercise, et cetera. It goes on. There has to be a finding made under oath that here's why the emergency exists, here's what's happened. And it's easier to think of it in terms of a natural disaster.
Right. So we're just doing it so the governor doesn't have to tell us to do it?
Yeah.
We can do it if we
We
need to?
can do it under appropriate circumstances, and that's the authority under which some of the suburban communities were passing these ordinances to prevent bus companies from, just unloading people into
Right.
unsafe conditions and into inclement weather and then driving away and leaving them at the mercy of
Especially with
whatever.
all this weather.
and, if we're the city of Chicago, they've got resources we don't have.
Right.
And, in the letter that I wrote, in the email that I wrote to the mayor of Belvedere, I said, when you live in a small town, you kind of feel immune to everything, right? Everything happens in Chicago or Rockford or whatever, but nothing happens in Capron, right?
But it could.
There's nothing stopping it from happening in Capron, and when that plane landed at Rockford Airport and dropped off, 4 or 5 busloads of people, they had buses there to take them to Chicago, but the bottom line is they did it in DeKalb, they did it in Woodstock, they did it in a couple of other suburbs, and when you're not prepared for this, and it's 15 below zero outside or whatever, and we just don't have the resources to handle that, so I thought we needed to get kind of in front of this instead of waiting for it to run us over, so,
And we're not that far from the train, so that could happen.
yeah, it could happen, okay,
I'd
so.
like to think it's remote, but yeah, never.
You'd rather be prepared,
Okay,
yeah.
so I just wanted to give you an update of where we were with this, so
Okay.
if Tom thinks that Belvedere should take the lead on this, then I'm all for that, but we'll keep you posted as to what we get, okay? All right.
Thank you.
Trustee Wakely is not here. Trustee Carranza, anything?
No,
Would you bring us anything from Mexico?
I'm sorry, no.
Okay.
I bring my truck, but then I come back in the bus.
All right,
So
okay.
I couldn't bring anything.
Okay. All right, for
Sorry.
trustee Lacewell, I'm going to do the financial report because she's kind of under the weather here, so we'll take care of that. All right, so the treasurer's report, General fund, we have $1,033,196.43. And MFT, motor fuel tax money, we have $188,462.13. And in the water fund, we have $476,414.68. Under the administrative income, the revenue, our budget was for $497,200. Computer estimates it to be at $622,614.46. So I'm happy about that. Under salaries for elected officials, we budgeted $39,400. The computer figures that at $49,296, but I want you to go right up to the line above it. We're under risk management, we spent $25,410.85, and immediate all the way over to the right, it's got a line item of $38,120 because it says you spent that in the first 6 months, you're gonna double it, etc. So every month that you see that, it will come back to the $25,410, which should balance out this budget item at $39,400, okay? Next, under administrative expenses, we budgeted $244,700. The computer estimates $318,199. I'm gonna wait another month and see what that looks like, and that's probably gonna get reconciled, okay? Ian's here, okay. Under streets and sanitation, if you will, our budget was for $160,500. Computer estimates it will end up at $87,160.05. Under MFT, we budgeted $129,000 and, I'm sorry, we budgeted $65,700 for revenue, and the computer's coming in at $65,778.75, so pretty close. And on the expenses, we budgeted $129,000, and the computer's got us at $131,127.13, but we've only spent $87,000, so again, that's a computer calculating out to the rest of the year, so that's gonna come back in budget without a problem. And next, water and sewer revenue, we budgeted $657,000, computer estimates will end up at $715,721.19. Under water, sewer maintenance, the budget is $352,500. Computer thinks we'll end up at $304,311.22. And under the water, no, I'm sorry, that was the water, this is the sewer. We budgeted $490,000 for expenses, and the computer's got it at $613,129, but again, I want you to go back up one line item under where it says principal, and we paid $270,000, and all the way over to the right, it's got it at $405.40 because it's figured we're gonna spend more money in that category. That was the last payment on our sewer bond, so it's all gonna come back into balance by the end of the year. So the only place we're really having an issue on expenses is administrative, okay? So we're gonna have to take a look at that and kind of borrow from Peter to pay Paul, which is what I'm allowed to do as long as you guys approve it. So I'm gonna work on that over the next month or so, okay? Trustee Agee, got anything?
Nope.
Trustee Wolfart?
Not this time.
Okay. Trustee Canal? You got the water report, right?
The water report, yeah.
Ooh,
You don't have it in your packet?
Is it?
yeah.
You should have it. But you should also have the printout too. It's just that you did it, yeah, because it just.
Okay, got it?
Last building.
Hang on, he's looking.
That's-
That's the actual numbers, but then there should be a page.
I didn't see anything attached on it.
No, that's not it anyways.
Here,
But you can just have one of this.
Oh, yeah, the wording, that what you need?
Yeah, that is.
Okay.
Here's the picture, you can use mine for that.
Yes, there it is.
There it
is.
It works.
So, the long-awaited for water report. Plant improvement report. Number 1, maintenance at Shadowbrook Lift Station. Pumps cleaned, pumps need to be pulled one at a time and overhauled and rebuilt. Backflow preventer on pump 1 side needs to be rebuilt as well. Number 2, plenty of call-outs for freezing valves at WWTP. Added livestock heaters into the effluent channel to keep valves warmer, and it seems to be helping. And number 3, we're working with the EPA on a comprehensive plan for new bacterial testing sites in town with an additional 5 addresses, both upstream and downstream of the approved sites.
Okay. Ian, you got here a little late. You got anything?
No, I literally was just driving by on my way home.
Oh.
I was like,
And you needed to stop here?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I saw everybody here, I was like, I'm gonna make an appearance.
Okay, all right. Anybody got anything else? All right, could I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, thanks, folks.
I'm happy to show